Hi guys, welcome back to the Lipstick Legend. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do eyeliner 4 ways. So let's get started. I can't promise that my eyes aren't going to get progressively bloodshot as we do this because I plan on taking it off and starting with a blank canvas each time, but I apologise. And also I'm sniffing a lot today. I think this room I'm in is quite cold and so it makes me sniff a lot, but I don't have a cold. Okay, so first things first, this is the eyeliner that I do on myself most days. It's my go-to eyeliner, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in Perversion. Now, you just lift up your lid like this so that you can see your upper waterline, and then you just take that pencil and stab yourself in the eye with it. No, you don't stab yourself in the eye. You take that pencil and you just colour in the white bit of skin. So, and it is quite tickly, not gonna lie, but can you see the difference between the two? So if you don't particularly want a heavy eyeliner on the top, if you want more of your lid to be showing, you don't want it to be eaten up. Some people have a really large lid area and so they can get away with like a big liner. And so sometimes for me, if I'm feeling I just want a bit of a wake up for my eyes, this is what I will do. So like that, you see, I've got really blonde lashes, so it's not as impactful until you put your mascara on. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the second liner now and build on this so that I don't have to take my mascara off and start again, because I am a sensitive little flower and my eyes get quite sore. So the next liner look I'm going to show you, which one should I do next? I'm going to do the 24/7 Perversion again, but I'm going to do it on the top, and I'm going to do what we kind of call in the industry as a smoky liner. So what you're going to do, make sure your pencil's sharp, which, I mean, not so sharp that hurts when you touch your eye. These pencils are actually really creamy, so like I sharpened it just before I did that underliner there, but it just, they dull down quite quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my pencil, and I'm not going to go at my eye this way. I'm just going to go on the side here and just go quite close to my lash line. You can do this in any colour. And I'm almost drawing little dots along my lash line. So instead of trying to draw a line, this line isn't going to be, isn't going to have to be straight anyway. But we're just going to go all the way down like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take, if you have a smudger like this one, this is a 1.13 My Kitco smudger, or you could use an angle brush like this one. This is the My Kitco 1.10. But I'm going to use a smudger, and I just want to smudge that liner upwards. I'm kind of going across but then kind of up at the same time. And the whole time I'm doing this, I'm not pushing super heavy on my eyelid because you don't want to be, you want to be damaging all that skin that's there. But I'm just kind of like moving it into the centre of my eye from each side. Can you see that? Is that clear? And then, so it's like that, do you see that? So like the densest part of it is still at my lash line. And then you can take a fluffy brush, any kind of fluffy brush that you have, and you can just diffuse those edges a bit more, like that. And you know, you could then top that. These pencils, these Urban Decay pencils, they won't move. If you had a pencil that was a bit more movable, I would suggest that you topped it with a little bit of a similar colour eyeshadow, just to make it set. But these ones you don't really need to. And then when you put mascara on this, it looks fab. So I'm just going to do the other eye. Now, you see that? That does not look good at all, but it doesn't matter. So what I'm saying to you is it doesn't need to be perfect. Because when you smudge it, you're going to be kind of pushing it closer to your lashes as well, and distributing it about a bit more evenly. Don't be afraid to like blend and blend and blend until you have it exactly how you want it. And this technique here can be the basis for any kind of eyeshadow look that you want to do, right? This is a good starting point for a lot of people. So if you say if you wanted to do a copper liner, and you could do that and then smudge it up, and then you could take the colours that you wanted to go over top, and then you could create a whole eye look around that smudgy liner base that you've made. I always find it actually a lot quicker. I find this eye makeup a lot quicker than doing the whole light colour first and then dark colour on the outside and blend it over and then you do an eyeliner. Like, I just find this one is a little more I just find it's a little more chic, a little more French, you know, than doing the whole structured eye makeup with the winged liner. So this would be my second go-to for this one. I'll put a bit of mascara on here so that you can see this looks like. Just going to do a little bit. But that's like a whole nice look in itself. Throw a red lip on. Done. I think I've mentioned before that sometimes when you do that liner underneath, you know, in the top waterline, you can get a little bit of that liner comes down onto the bottom waterline, which is fine if you want that to be black in there, but if you don't, just remember to try and get that out before you move on. So that's look number 2, so that's what we call a smoky eyeliner. Okay, now I'm going to move on to number 3. I've just decided not to take this off because my eyes are really quite sore. Probably the wrong day for me to decide to do an eyeliner look, but I'm going to use, this is a Pat McGrath pen, eyeliner pen. Now I'm going to just go really close to my lash line with it. So I'm almost laying it flat on top of my eyelashes to give it kind of a guide. So again, I'm not trying to draw one straight line because you'll drive yourself bonkers trying to do that. But I am coming in. You see that? How that just kind of like gives my bit more framework. So before I venture and try and do anything a bit more deep on this side, I'm going to just match what I've done on this side, I tend to work like that when it comes to liquid or gel liners. I'll go back and forth between each eye. Otherwise I feel like sometimes you can make it so perfect on one side, but then you cannot for the life of you match it on the other side. That's the problem I have. So laying it on top of those lashes, give yourself a guide. So now I'm just going to go backwards and forth between the two eyes until I reach the thickness that I want. And I don't particularly want it very thick. You want to kind of make sure that the trajectory of the line is the same. Sometimes they can end up being kind of square. You want to kind of try and make it gradual and round. So I think I like how it looks from here outwards. So now when it comes to the outside portion of your eye, if you wanted to extend, you could leave this as it is, or you could extend it into a bit of a cat eye. So if we wanted to do that, we would point our pen outwards. So if we're going to do this eye, point our pen outwards, and you almost want to see, everybody's got a crease line on their eye and everybody's is completely different. So mine, if I follow it with my nail, comes to like here. So if I was to draw my wing up any higher than this, it would get caught in my crease. Can you see that? So I would open my eye and it would completely disappear. So the trick for me is to try and get it on the flat piece of skin where my crease has ended, so just underneath. Hopefully this makes sense to you. And I take my pen and I just pull back like that. Okay, so that looks like a fairly messy line at the moment. And then you can just tidy it up eyes are watering already. Sensitive. And just connect it to the line that you already started to make. And then you can point the pen back at your eye and just do some little connect the dots under here to make that even, make it connect nicely. And then I'm going to take a Q-tip with a little bit of eye makeup remover on it. I like to use the Makeup Forever Centre eyes. I find that one works quite nicely, and I just want to coat the tip of that. And then you can pull it just to make it a cleaner edge, like that. So that's a very kind of basic cat eye that's not crazy or large or anything, but it's really nice and really wearable on a daily basis. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Point back. That side's much easier than this side. And you'll find that you'll have one side that goes on like an absolute dream and the other side will be a nightmare. Like so. So hopefully that's easy-ish to understand. I'm going to take all of this off now before I show you the next one. Otherwise it's just going to get messier and messier and messier, so bear with me one second. Okay, my eyes aren't feeling too bad. So the next one I'm going to show you, I'm just going to find my pencil sharpener here. What did I do with that? There it is. So I'm going to use one of my Urban Decay 24/7 pencils again. This is a bronze one and it's called Bourbon. I need to sharpen that. I'm going to do a bit of a cat eye with a pencil, but I'm not going to go all the way in. So this one's really good actually if you have more close set eyes. If you just concentrate the liner on the outside, it kind of tends to give the illusion of the eyes are pulled further apart. So we're going to do that. So hopefully my eyes are okay. Sometimes I get really watery here. Does anybody else get that? And then you cannot put any product down. Like it just won't let you. Your eye is just like, no, not having it. So I put concealer and I put powder. So let's see. So we're going to do what we did before with our Pat McGrath pen liner. We're going to turn our brush to outwards. And we're just going to pull it back from where we want our wing to kind of the direction we want our wing to go. So I'm going to go more straight than up, I think. Just that's a personal preference. Like that. And I'm going to do that on the other side as well. Just so we know we're in the same direction. And we also know that our eyes are different shapes, so you might have to like slightly tweak the angle on one so that it matches the other if the direction of your crease kind of cuts it off halfway through. The other thing you're going to need for this guy is an angle brush. I'm going to use my Sharp Angle, which is a 1.10 from my Kitco. And I'm going to put some of that product on my brush, like so. And I'm just gonna coat that area that I already coated and then just pull it back onto my lid, like so. And I'm kind of only going to go to about there. I'm going to use my angle brush in a way. I'm going to push it onto my lash line, the same as we did with the pen, like we were connecting the dots kind of thing. I'm just going to go to about here and make it look like it's starting coming from out of my lashes. I hope this makes sense. See that? So I just sharpened up that point a little bit with the edge of my pen. It's quite hard to get a really sharp point on these pencils, like I said. They are amazing. Maybe it's my pencil sharpener. This is very possible. And the same on this side. And when I want to make it really fine this way, I point the angle brush. I point the point of the angle brush more towards my nose, and then I do that. Just place that product and pull back. So now I won't come in any further than that now. If you have really wide set eyes, you bring it in all the way and it brings the illusion of the eyes being a bit closer together. I'm just gonna touch up that point. That was a bit too much. That gives you a really nice smooth line. And if you don't have a pencil that you think is going to stay all day, like there's a couple out there. There's these, the Urban Decay 24/7s. There are what are they called? Are they called Technical? They used to be called Technical at MAC, but I think maybe now they're a version of a liquid liner but in a twist up pencil, and I'm pretty sure those ones stay a really long time. You could do this with a gel eyeliner as well, or you could do this version with your pen liner as well. So there's loads of different mediums you can use to create the same kind of looks. So I'm going to take my black, my Perversion 24/7, and I'm going to do my usual under here. And you know, the reason this is so important to me, and I've said it before, is because my lashes are so blonde that any kind of skin really shows. So it just looks like my lashes aren't very dense. I have a lot of eyelashes, but it looks like they aren't very dense because they're not dark. So just by adding that really helps. If you want to just tie your look in together a bit more, just adding that really helps. Okay, so now I'm going to do my mascara. And then when I bring my liner out to the side like that, I kind of bring my lashes over to the side too, which is hard to do sometimes, but if you coat the top and the bottom of your lashes, you'll be able to pull them over more. I love eyeliner, but I don't do it often enough on myself just because of the eye sensitivities that I have. Does anybody else, not do something that they like doing just because their eyes end up getting really sore, or is that just me? And you know what, I think a lot of the times with this top liner, if we go back to like the 50s, the 40s and 50s when they did this kind of a wing, a lot of the times they didn't put mascara on the bottom. So to save my little eyeballs from rubbing, I'm just going to leave that at the top. I quite like it. I hope you found this interesting. That's eyeliner 4 different ways. So any questions or comments, please leave below and I'll answer if you've got any struggles with it or things that you need help with. Please let me know and I'd love to do that. If you've liked the video, please subscribe and you can follow me on Instagram. I'm @the Lipstick Legend, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.